Hi there. Most of you know I'm a big proponent of low carb dieting, but not everyone needs to go full on low carb, 6 or 7 days a week. If you just have a little weight to lose, or you're just not sure if you can do that, cold turkey right off the bat, there's a method called carb cycling, which is basically picking certain days of the week for a real low carb approach, and other days where you're more moderate carb, so maybe 2 servings of carb, maybe a fruit in the morning and something starchier in the evening, with the rest of your so-called carbohydrates coming in as fibrous veggies, and of course your normal proteins and fats to offset energy needs. With a low carb day being maybe just either it could be all veggies for your carbs, so your protein and veggies and fat intake, or it could be something as simple as one piece of fruit and some nuts in the evening. So you get the idea. Basically, you stagger low carb days with high carb days, and this is great with, like I said, not only introducing low carb dieting to your diet, so you get used to it, get used to the those low carb days, which can they can be difficult. But also, if you're trying to hold on some muscle, maybe you're not trying to lose that much weight, but you want to get a little bit leaner or hold on to your leanness while building some more muscle. And so post-workout, you're going to have, or workout days, like weight training days, you're going to have more of your higher carb days. So you might have a carb source post-workout, right after, within 45 minutes of your weight training, and then maybe again, in the evening or later in the day, depending on when you work out. But you get what I'm saying. Have your starchier days, or your starchier, 2 carb sources on your workout days, and then on your recovery days where you're less active, or you might just be doing some light cardio, make those your real low carb days. So you basically provide a window or opportunity for your body to burn more fat on those low carb days without under feeding your muscle on your workout days. So usually a couple servings of starches on a workout day is enough to recover the glycogen you've used. So you're not going to have any kind of worry about muscle wasting or anything like that, or without getting the benefit, the hormonal benefit of the insulin and the growth hormone for recovery. But you have the other days for the leaning out, for the fat burning. So it's called carb cycling. If you could probably Google a number of examples of it other than the ones I've mentioned, and get an idea of how you want to stagger it. But just play with stuff and see what works for you. You could start with maybe 3 days a week low carb. See what happens. See how your body responds. If that works for you, great. Then you're not changing your lifestyle too much, but still getting the results you want. Now, if you have quite a bit of weight to lose and you want to use that to introduce, great. Start with 2 or 3 days a week, and then start adding another and another. And you might just 4 or 5 low carb days a week might be great, and you have 2 days where you just you have at it. I would still recommend lower glycemic carb sources like berries, or if you're having starches, quinoa or sweet potatoes are much more fibrous and lower glycemic than pasta or bread. And the nuts, of course, have a mix of macronutrients, the fat, protein, and carbs, but they're very slow digesting. So if you're trying to go real low carb, you just want to have something to satisfy at the after dinner, and you're not quite full yet, you're feeling a little peckish. Serving of almonds or even cashews is a great way to kind of get some carb in there. Kind of satisfying, but it's going to be real low glycemic, very slow absorbing, so you're not going to get a big insulin pop out of it. Again, if you have questions about this, I know it's, if you haven't heard of it, feel free to ask. Post in the comments. I love answering questions. Otherwise, I'll talk to you later.